My dog, Ranger, chases squirrels in the park every morning. We get up and go early, so lots of squirrels. He's big and white with black patches, so they see him coming. Squirrels have time to make it across the open space and get up that nearest tree where they sit and chide him. After a chase or two, the squirrels stay up in the trees, and watch Ranger as he prowls among the tree trunks. They stay up. They jump from branch to branch to travel through the trees. The squirrels, staying safe in the trees, are like me and my brother and sisters as kids, jumping from couch to chair to coffee table, and back to couch or chair, pretend terrified and yelling, "The floor is lava! The floor is lava!" Oh, this one's sad. Read it anyway. Oh, that time that Sammy Davis Jr. and Fred Travalena, the Impressionist, sang The Candyman on the Jerry Lewis MDA telethon. Sammy was being Sammy, and Travalena was doing Sammy, and it was all spotlighty and Vegas-y and microphones and brass horns glinting and sparkly, shiny everything. Fred was dancing and singing like Sammy, even looked somehow like he had one glass eye. And I put that in for you guys. And Jerry was watching and smiling, and then they both did Jerry with their voices high and squeaky. The Candyman makes everything he bakes satisfying and delicious. Jerry Lewis is very old now, and Sammy and Fred have been dead for years. And I hope it's not true that the middle of life, in the thick of it, knee deep in it, is just better than the early part or the last part, but it seems to be.
Great image. So, some people I haven't seen here for a very long time from the Shambhala Center, Liz and Christine. And so this one's for you. It's called Impermanent Summer. And it's got, my connection is, David's got a dog and I have a tortoise. Yeah. So,
What's it called,
a red-footed
red-footed
tortoise,
tortoise,
yeah.
yes.
But this is technically about my other tortoise, but it doesn't matter. The Buddhists say the greatest thought is the thought of impermanence. So I love the springtime and quick transition and full-on flowering. Or in a city like Minneapolis, the respite of summer, long twilights balancing winter's darkness. But here in Austin, mid-September and another month of 90-degree days left. All I want to do is lie in my backyard pecan's shade, watching my tortoise wander the golden lawn, dragging her shell through the dead, dry grass, sounding just like the hulls in my meditation cushion when I shift my bulk to get more comfortable.
Yeah. Joe wins. I give up.
I do this all night.
This is another, Rue haunts me. This one haunts me. When a climber dies on Everest, the other climbers leave the body up there. Bringing a dead body back to base camp is difficult and dangerous enough that it might create more dead bodies. So they call him Green Boots, and he's lying up there blanketed by snowdrifts in his little alcove, lying on his side, as hard and cold as the rocks around him. No one knows for sure who he is. Maybe this guy from 1996, maybe that guy from 1994. But his body, with its boots, stands out against the snow and serves as a progress marker / profoundly silent Ezekiel. Sometimes I lie in my warm bed, deep in the middle of the night, and think, Green Boots is up there right now.
I almost feel like that I'd be the last one.
Let's do one more each.
One more each. Okay. So I'll do a, yeah, okay. So this will be my farewell poem.
Let's do two more each. Close it off.
Close it off. So two in a row?
Yeah, 2 in a row, 2 in a row. Yeah.
Okay, great. We can do that. Oh, okay, here's an inspirational verse for y'all. In the palm of your hand, and for David, mainly in that Sammy Davis Jr. poem, in the palm of your hand. There's a planet, there's a past life and a future, there's a question mark. If you follow the line of your thumb up around your index finger and trail off around the remaining 3 digits, the palm of your hand holds a light bulb, a bright idea of possibilities. Don't squeeze too tight. It could break and cut or even burn. The palm of your hand holds a bird's nest, blue speckled eggs ready to hatch. 2, 3, 4 birds in the hand. Everything you need is within your grasp. There's a little bit of Buddhism for you too. And so one of the reasons that I'm a English professor is because I don't really have the skill set to be a long distance truck driver. So although I think about it a lot, maybe we could go into business.
I would love that.
That'd be awesome. We'll just write poems and drive the highways.
Poetry cross country.
This is called Freightliner West on I-40. So twilight at world's edge, glowing taillights drag this truck further. Speedometer needle might as well be clock hand, ticking out distance over time. Cargo's momentum pushes. The sun's descent pulls, rolling tires westward into the soft pink oblivion where the highway fades away. So thanks very much.
Okay, so I'll close with these two. Thank you again for coming out, you guys. Seriously, this is a big deal because poetry's, nobody gives a shit, right? So thank you all very much. It's very nice of you. And thanks, Joe Hoppe. This guy.
Pleasure, man.
Seriously great poet. There are very few left. You know how clowns sometimes are dressed like hobos? Patched coats, broke-brimmed hats, 3-day growth of beard, 2 big pants and shoes they found somewhere. They're supposed to be poor. 1 suspender, mismatched gloves, a big red nose from drinking cheap wine. I think that's why they all come in 1 car. They can only afford 1 old and banged up Volkswagen Beetle, green and red and yellow, and possibly too small. If you think about it, it's really kind of sad. The Easter lilies are in bloom around the grounds of the Catholic Church, where we walk our dogs each night before bed. Graceful white trumpets lining the sidewalks. And over the next few nights, on the next few walks, it's the dog's turn to stand impatiently and wait while we stop and smell and smell and smell. Thank you all for coming.